This is just one man's opinion and one man's idea. I'm not stating, facts or trying to change minds. To each their own. But one thing I've noticed a lot of things, but one thing that I'm going to specifically kind of focus in here on um, right now during this video is a question that I keep getting asked in light of COVID with increasing intensity. As you know, if you've watched any of my past videos, I've been through some, I guess we could say, medical challenges lately, where I suffered from septic shock, had a bunch of issues from that, and now I have an abscess on my spleen from a rare bacteria that, you know, has got me kind of in a state of what's next, like are we doing surgery, that kind of thing, and it leaves me a little more susceptible to things. I've had a lot of recovery. I've had a lot of treatment, 3 antibiotics at one point, which lowered my white blood cell count down to like pretty much nil, where I had white blood cells, for fighting infections. So I can understand my doctor's concern, and the concern is that I'm continuously asked if I am willing to take the COVID vaccine. And my answer repeatedly has been to that, no, like I'm not ready to take the jab. Um, and I have a few reasons I just kind of want to share on, for me personally, why I don't want to. Before I get too far into this, I want to say that I respect everybody's right to make an opinion about their body. I feel that on both sides we should have that right, and that it shouldn't be something that is ever forced, or even, I mean, forced, I can say, by coerced, by like a vaccine passport type thing, which I'm going to get into as well probably in this video. But getting back to where I was, these doctors continuously, I speak to a couple of different doctors. I speak to my primary care, I speak to my surgeon, and I speak to an infectious disease doctor. And aside from my surgeon, all these doctors continuously are pushing for the COVID vaccine. And my reservations are there. There's a few of them. First off, I've had COVID. Uh, I had COVID a few, I guess maybe back in, gosh, I don't know, November maybe. I'm thinking, and I'm waiting on data, and I keep telling this to my doctors. I'm waiting on data to see that I have built a natural immunity. We're talking about a virus here, so with chickenpox, something like that, once you have it, you're good. And I know there are variants and stuff, but you know, I mean, there's variants of chickenpox. There's probably variants of every kind of virus. Every virus evolves. So I'm waiting for data on that to come in to show that you're okay after you've had the infection. I also, a major concern that I have, even probably bigger than that one, is what happened to me before all of this medical stuff, which was my other medical issue, which was being harmed by the antibiotic Levaquin, severely harmed. At the time when I was taking this Levaquin, I was not warned about it. I was told it's safe and effective, which is something I hear a lot with the jab. And I was I took it not knowing anything. And basically, when I was harmed by it, which included, horrible body pains. I lost my job. I lost my family. I lost the ability to move. I was bedridden for years and couch ridden and all kinds of things till I was healed by Jesus. But you know, lots of things I went through, and as I would tell doctors about what happened to me and that there was this Levaquin antibiotic that did this, nobody believed me. I would tell people left and right, and everybody would look at me like I was nuts. Um, when I looked at the FDA and tried to look at the FDA, it was a drug that had gone through full certification and everything, and it had their full approval and stamp of approval on it. Yet there was no information about the side effects, and the side effects I suffered were huge. At the time, they just basically talked about Achilles tendon tears. But now, as time turns, time has evolved, and it's been many years since this, and they've been, the FDA has collected more data. They're able to say now that it can cause permanent disability, it can cause pain, it can cause even death. All these things that were not brought to my attention when I took this antibiotic back, 15, 16, 17 years ago. So with that same light in mind, that same light shining on it with this COVID vaccine, the CDC is already saying there's been deaths. Side effects, you're hearing about different people with side effects. So my concern is, it doesn't sound safe and effective if you can die. And I am just wondering, what does this data show down the road? What does this data show as time goes on? I watch media, and by that, I think there's two sides. When somebody says that they've researched COVID, the COVID jab, I think that what they mean by that is they've read articles by mainstream science, they've read articles by mainstream media, watch TV, that kind of thing, and they haven't investigated the other side of the, Pfizer, ex-Pfizer head scientists that are speaking out against it, or different groups. And why is that? That doesn't sound like a full research to me if you're not looking at both sides of the coin. So I have some extreme reservations based on past experience, based on trying to look at what's going on with just look at what's going on with side effects and stuff, and trying to see what other people are saying that aren't paid to have a certain opinion on the jab. They're freely expressing what their opinions are instead of being paid by grants, through entities that want them to come to a specific point with their research. So, you know, as far as it goes right now, my answer has been to these doctors no. And as I look around, it's sad to see, because I keep seeing things start to get tightened, I guess, as far as how we're kind of ostracized in a way by not being vaccinated. We're being told that we're being harmful to others and not caring about others, which isn't the truth at all. I don't see how, if I'm unvaccinated, it's not, you're vaccinated and that's your choice, then you should be good to go. You shouldn't replicate the virus inside your body. If I choose not to, I don't see how I would be harming anybody but myself. In that case. And if somebody says, well, they can't get vaccinated because they have an issue, and so you need to vaccinate because of that, well, maybe they shouldn't be out in public with a vaccine going on. I mean, that's we can't take the rights away of the masses for a few people that seem to live a different kind of life, where maybe health reasons they wouldn't be able to get the vaccine. And I might fall into that category of not being able to get the vaccine because of health reasons, because I've had that issue related to antibiotics I mentioned. I've had another issue. I've had some severe reactions to different medications. I'd be like a prime candidate to have some kind of reaction to this. And it's scary to me to think about how the world is clamping down, and how soon I may not be able to enjoy things freely that other people are able to, just because I won't get the jab. Which, if I do have immunity built from already having it, then I don't see where the issue is. And I'm hoping the science plays out to show that, and I'm hoping that it is revealed and shared instead of kind of stuffed away, like things can happen. So, at this point, I see a very different world. I see a very different world than when we first went into lockdown. And it's frightening to me to think how we're going to be, any kind of enjoyment it seems is going to be, you need to be verified, you need to be vaccinated. And if you're not, you're going to be kind of pushed outside of society. And I don't know what happened to, my body, my choice, and different things like that. It just seems like if you want to do it and that's your choice, then by all means, feel free. That's for you to decide. But to try to use sociology to manipulate people into getting it, and social media is big at that, where people say, promote the jab, and I just see so many arguments on social media related to opinions on it. You know, if people want to get it, it's up to each individual to do the research. And I think it's up to each individual to make the choice ultimately on what they want to do with their body. And, as I see California getting closer to having digital documents online now, showing the vaccination, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before we're going to have some kind of, you know, way that we're not going to be able to interact with society like we used to, and I think it's going to become less and less through corporate America telling us we can't instead of the actual government. But it'll be a sense of force. There is force when you're told you can't, if it happened, go to the grocery store because you aren't vaccinated, because Ralph's or whatever supermarket chain has decided not to allow unvaccinated patrons in their stores. That would be kind of forcing you into it if you want to eat, especially with the system we live in now. So just a little rant, just a little, I don't know, probably get in trouble for this video. But I tried not to go too overboard. I obviously have a lot more intense thoughts about this system and the mask and different things, and I don't want to go into too many of them. I haven't been wearing my mask. Finally, California just opened up, and there's a few of us out there, like, nodding heads at each other, recognizing that we're the few that still, a lot of people are wearing masks, and that's their choice as well. But I gave up wearing a mask a while ago when I realized that it was just kind of, something for other people to feel secure instead of, and having trouble breathing through it and recovering from surgery, just not my thing. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts, comments on this. Any likes, are also appreciated. It helps promote this video and get it out to more people and grow my channel. If you can, if there is any way that anybody can help contribute through my GoFundMe or some of the various links down below, that would be much appreciated. I am having some very big financial difficulties right now, and as a result of recovery from the septic shock and stuff, and just in general. So some big financial struggles right now. So if you do have the means, I know a lot of people are tight right now and having trouble because of COVID and different things. But if you do have the means to help me out, I would appreciate any dollar amount would be much appreciated, so I can get some of the things I need right now to take care of myself. And yeah, so hopefully a new video soon, guys. I'm trying to up it up with the videos. I was kind of thinking of what should I make a video about today, and this idea came to mind to just kind of discuss my thoughts on where I stand with that in kind of an opinion way. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, God bless.